My inspo for this video are the ones making Dress to Impress winners into drawings, but I'm not really into that game, so I found one called Cake Off. The objective is to decorate and vote who has the best, and I will be drawing the winners' cakes into characters. The first theme was white chocolate, but for my cake I kinda made it less of what the theme was. But same with the winner, they went for a sort of mocha look for their design. So I haven't really given any thought to give them names, so if you have any ideas, drop them down below. Anyways, when I started to make all these drawings, I had no clue what I was going for, but ended up with a fantasy vibe. He reminded me of a really rich vampire. I was thinking that he was so into desserts that his mansion was themed around chocolate. The serious, emotionless vampire has a fix for sugar. Blood doesn't even do it for him anymore after centuries of drinking it. He had tried these delectables in a vampire meeting. He doesn't even remember what the meeting was for, but all he knew was he craved those chocolates. It gave him the drive to learn how to make chocolate to perfect these precious desserts. The hard part was to find the blood that they had used. He went on taking dragon's blood, but that was too spicy. Cows were too plain, unicorns were too sweet, and it hit him. In the castle that the meeting took place in, there were fairies overpopulating the area. He was getting somewhere. He only killed one to try since it was a hassle. It wasn't at all what he had tasted, but better. This version made the one in the castle feel like trash. He hadn't felt this happiness in centuries, but it got him thinking, what did they use in the castle? I did so bad for this theme, but I was rooting for the person who won from the beginning. The idea struck me so hard because I love underwater themes even though I'm scared of the ocean, but when it's fantasy, the variety of designs you can make are endless. I love sirens and mermaid dresses, so I wanted to mix that into my idea. The vibe I was going for her is a model with very distinct features that make her feel ethereal. She would have a life of fame by the humans that find her beautiful. She would want more in her life but fulfillment through looks. This has gotten her more into the marine life that has been getting worse due to the pollution. Since the sea is her home, the push to keep it clean is a must. Sirens are found less common on land, so her protest has started an uproar with these companies as more people realize how much harm was being done. These humans forget that these creatures withhold great powers and strength. While she wanted to do this peacefully, they decided to cause a war. Even though she's alone on land, the cries for help reach the seas where her families are. This war would become decades long. Lots of love theme was right up my alley. I always draw in shades of pink, so I was excited to make a character out of it. The winner had a variety of colors and decorations that gave me a lot of creative freedom. What I had thought for her was a coffee/baker shop. This witch would use her charm on food and drinks to get customers coming back. But even without magic, she cooks and makes coffee that would make anyone want more. This witch's place is located in a big city, so she relies on customers coming back on the daily. Her love for cooking and art is a combination into what she makes. The food has an imagination of their own, so when creatures eat it, they must thank it before or it could end terribly. This food is cherished from the start to end. She always hated the mass-produced foods and took it upon herself to inspire others to eat and thank more. As her cafe becomes more known and bigger, she'll need to find others to hire. No one seems to fit this role, but she is determined to find creatures who care as much as her. Peaches are like sunsets, so drawing them is pretty entertaining, but I had no clue what I was going to do with this cake category since it makes more orange and white, so I was limited. I wanted to tie all these characters together, but these two felt overall perfect. The last one I drew had a coffee shop and is looking for someone to hire to help. They had met at the farmer's market and he is one of the best to choose fruits. This is because there's nothing more delicious than the smell of nectar. Since he was a werewolf, the smell of the right sweet fruit can be spotted miles away. He saw that she was struggling to find what were the best. After some time of just watching her, hoping she would choose a good fruit, the hell never seemed to end. He finally decided to step in and help. They were talking while he chose them and explained that she wanted to make more fruit desserts for her shop, but only the best. This gave him a spot right up his alley if she was hiring, but explained that he is a werewolf and many can't ever seem to trust him in lines of work. Although he thought this was a dilemma, she found him perfect for the job since her line of work made her speak to all kinds of creatures and make sure they were all welcome. She explained that she is a witch and hopes they'll have no issues either. Both of them didn't bat an eye of what they were. The sense of smell wolves have will be a good use for her, and now he has a full-time workplace instead of a quick side hustle. The trust between them will grow slowly as time goes on. Not gonna lie, I felt like my cake looked better on this one, but I don't even know if I fit the theme all too well. But anyways, anything with lullaby always makes me think of the moon and stars. I'm so sad that the winner had purple only and no yellow. Fairies are really conservative to who they speak, but she isn't one to follow these customs. This kind of fairy has healing powers that are kept at reserve for their own kind. She didn't see the point in doing so if others can be helped without much expense. This gave her a chance to meet other creatures. Although when she snuck out of the village, she would dress up to avoid anyone knowing who she was and what kind of fairy she was. Her side hustle was tarot cards to find out who needs help. She never speaks on the fact that she can heal because her kind is a rarity. In stories like these, it just seemed like a wish or a folklore. The best way to heal and also not get caught made her come during the nights when everyone was asleep, making it seem like only a miracle happened. One day as she was healing, someone caught her, but she pleaded and thanked as the fairy disappeared into the night. The next day there was already talk on a magical being. This will soon cause trouble to how she runs things, especially knowing this talk might reach other fairies' ears. Thank you guys for 300 followers, and if you have any art advice that you think I should take, let me know. I'm pretty new to the digital art world and I'm always looking to improve.